welcome to American Baker in Germany, where the ingredients are German and the baker is American. I'm Michelle, and today we are continuing our Baking Basics series, and we are talking about different types of flour, in particular the ones that are in Germany. However, this may help with talking about general different types of flour. So let's get started.
I recently saw a recipe for a kind of German bread, and suddenly I wasn't sure what I was looking at, as the flour came with a number. I decided I needed to learn what those numbers on the flour description actually mean. I got my information from this website, www.cooksinfo.com/Germanflours. Any flour made out of wheat will be called Weizenmehl. However, there are several different kinds. The most common kind of flour is 405. So let's start with what in the world does that number mean? Evidently, it is the ash content. Wait, is there ash in my flour? Of course not. But if this kind of flour were burned to ash, there would be 405 milligrams of ash left over from 100 grams of flour. This number indicates the amount of minerals in the flour itself. The higher the number, the more minerals and fibers in the flour. 405 is the lowest amount. The closest American equivalent is cake flour. However, cake flour has less protein than German flour, so it's not an exact equivalent, but it's the closest to cake flour that Germany has to offer. The next one is 550. 550 flour is a bit more robust and works better for bread baking than 405 flour because it has more gluten. Its closest American equivalent is all-purpose flour, and it is quite similar. Next comes 812. 812 flour is even more robust than 550 and is the closest to American bread flour. This one is great for making heavier German bread recipes. It's sometimes called Bauernbrotmehl. It can be hard to find, so you can substitute a 50-50 mix of 550 and 1050 flour. Speaking of 1050 flour, 1050 flour is made of hard wheat instead of soft wheat. It's closest to American unbleached flour, although it is darker in color. It's kind of a light version of wheat flour. Next comes 1600 flour. 1600 flour is quite dark in color and is great for grainy breads like rye bread. Finally, there is whole grain flour, which doesn't have a number and is called Vollkornmehl. This is for those recipes where you want lots of grains to appear and is quite similar to whole wheat flour. A few honorable mentions: Roggenmehl is rye flour, and Dinkelmehl is spelt flour, which is much more popular in Germany than in the US. Rye is another grain that is darker and is more bitter than wheat, and spelt is a grain that is very similar to wheat, but many people can eat if allergic to wheat, so it can be a great alternative to wheat flour. But I hope this information was helpful for you. For more tutorials and recipes, visit our website at AmericanBakerInGermany.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe for more tutorials.